Sometimes we don't always have to learn a skill from scratch. We can actually transfer existing knowledge or existing understanding of a movement pattern and use it in a new skill that we're trying to now create. And there's six main types of learning transfer that can either have a positive or negative effect in our performances. Now the first one is positive transfer. This is when a skill that we have learned will have an effect, or there are some transferable elements which will help our learning process or speed it up in the new skill that we're now trying to perform. Okay? The negative transfer is the second one. Negative is when a certain movement pattern will hinder our progress in a second one, or the skill that we're now trying to learn. So positive and negative. If a skill helps out what we're trying to learn, it's positive. If it doesn't help and it actually has the adverse effect and it's negative, that's called negative transfer. Number three is bilateral. Bilateral is when we move from one side of our body to the other. So if we are playing tennis and we learn the forehand with our right hand, bilateral transfer is the ability to actually swap that over, and we can now use our left hand exhibiting similar or the same technique with little to no information being lost. Okay, so we can transfer it from limb to limb or side to side. Fourth one is proactive transfer. Now proactive transfer is very noticeable from novice performers up to elite, and it basically means a skill that we've learnt before, it will impact on the skills that we learn in the future. So a novice tennis player, if we use that example again, they might learn the basics or the fundamentals of the forehand shot. Now this will set them up in a positive way in the future when they then go to learn the topspin or the lob or the slice. They use skills that they've previously learned, and that can have a positive impact on the new skills that they're now learning. Fifth is retroactive. This works in a similar way, but it's a skill that we are currently learning or currently picking up, and that can have a positive impact on a skill that we learnt before. So one from our previous learning or previous sport, previous activity, we can actually improve on those by learning new skills. Okay, so if we learn a topspin 5 years down the line and we then go back and just try a basic forehand, we're actually going to be better at it because we've learnt a new skill which can supplement what we previously learned. Okay, think retrospective, we go back in time. And the sixth one is zero transfer. This is when one skill, for example a golf putt, has absolutely no sway on a new skill that we're trying to learn. For example, the crucifix in the rings in gymnastics. Okay, those two skills have nothing to do with each other, so there's zero transfer going on. So six types: positive and negative transfer, bilateral, side to side, proactive, what we are learning now will positively influence what we learn in the future, retroactive learning, which is when what we're learning now is positively impacting something which we've already learned, and zero transfer, where two skills have nothing to do with each other.